put the music on. Hello, here we are. Welcome. Yes, it is 8:15 on a Thursday, on the 7th of December. So I'm going to keep talking until a few people appear, but yeah, welcome back to the kitchen. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we are, a few people turning up now. Good evening, I've got my Elton Johns on. I'm feeling festive, I'm feeling frisky. So yeah, welcome back to the kitchen. It is December, I think this is the first event of the Christmas season. Just as important as Jules Holland's Hootenanny and anything to do with that sort of stuff, because basically, you've seen it first, it's here. This is where I'm doing it, alright? The kitchen. I've got the jumper, where's the only one I could find actually, it's not, maybe not entirely appropriate, but it is the Grinch. But yeah. So welcome. We're going to wait a little while until a few people turn up. What are you looking at? Oh yes. Yeah, so welcome. I think we're going to introduce the dog, because we've got a new dog. So it's not Fat Leg anymore. So we'll bring in Nora to the ensemble up here. Here we go. Welcome. She's just had an operation actually, so she's a little bit delicate.
You might remember we had Josie before, a tricolour King Charles Cavalier, and now we've got
suitably
Nora.
dressed.
So she's got her Christmas jumper.
There we are. So okay, so a few things to say. I'm gonna tell you stupid things off. I'll put them back on later on if I'm feeling so inclined. Okay, so as you can see, we're the first of the season. Like I say, this is the first Christmas event in the calendar. We're going to do this every year. We're going to steal the march on Christmas because we're only a couple of weeks away from it now. Anyway, but welcome to everybody. So just to let you know, of course, I do this for a living. So there is a Busker's cap if you're feeling generous. It is www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/Jepsongs if you would like to contribute to tonight's event. But I love doing it, so here we are. Please press the like button if this is your first Busker trip. If this is your first time you've ever been to the kitchen, please press the likes. If you've been here before and you're a regular, you are a veteran of the Busker kitchen, please hit the love button. And I think we had a little chuckle about that last time, didn't we? We're not going to go this time anyway. If you're watching live, we'd like you to press number 1 or put 1 into the comments, please, because it helps us to analyse, who's been where and what's been going on and all the rest of it. But if you're watching this on catch-up, because you couldn't make it, then please press the number 2. And let us know where you are in the world. We love it when we find out where you are in the world. We love that, it's great fun. We've had lots of people from all over the globe watching these shows, so that's great. So another thing is I didn't ask for questions up front, so if you've got some questions you'd like to ask tonight through tonight's proceedings, please ask away. I've got my faithful assistants over here. I've got a backroom staff of several thousand dealing with all the technical issues, and the dog is just snuffling about. But anyway, so yes, lots of questions if you would like to ask those. And also, I'd just like to know what your favourite Christmas moments are. What was your favourite Christmas gig? Have you got a gig that you went to that you really remember around this time? There's lots of gigs go around Christmas, don't they? We always used to do Little Angels and all that, So yeah, okay, bring those in. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about what other things that we're going to do later on. We've got a quiz. I've got a few questions for later on, so make sure you've got a pen and a piece of paper to answer the questions. Not as many as last year. But the first thing I need to proper announce tonight is that sadly, our dear friend Dave Kemp can't be with us tonight. Sadly, Dave's been pretty poorly, so he's had to stay up in Yorkshire. And we're a bit touch and go as to whether he was going to come at all a week or so ago, but it's completely no. So please send your digital love to Dave Kemp, who will be watching. I think he's lazy, to be honest. He could have got himself on the train. I don't care if he's lost a leg. He hasn't lost a leg. But there we go. But anyway, so if you're watching, Dave, love you, mate. And I'm sure you're here in spirit. And we'll probably, we may well get onto the song at the end anyway. So there we are. So yes, how are we doing?
136.
Fantastic, 136. So I'll probably get on with this because we don't really drag it on for hours, do we? But yeah, so I thought what we'd do today, because I've just done my Busker, I've just done my spoken word CD, which is available. Actually, today is the final day that you can order to get the spoken word, the Angels Years CD, the talking book, in time for Christmas. So if you want to get it bought, you need to buy it today by midnight. But because I've been thinking a lot about the Angels, and I've been doing a lot of talking about that, I thought I'd do. We'll start with a. So can we kill the background music? Kill Sinatra, whoever that was. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy yourselves. Thank you for being here. There we go. I think I better explain a little bit about the well, it's all, I thought I'd go full festive. So I went down to trusty Tesco's, and the only jumper they had left was this. So I don't fully get behind the old sentiment, but whatever. Bit of bar humbug. So yeah, so we've got the usual suspects, we've got the usual backdrop there. We've got obviously got David involved, got the old angel's face there, of course. But we've got a Christmas stocking, waiting for Santa to turn up. We've got a little Christmas tree there. Kind of thought it was suitable. Don't know what you think. Give me a 10 out of 10. It could be a 2 out of 10. I don't think it's at all tacky either. Not at all. It's class. It's quality. There's nothing plastic involved in that. At all. Anyway, yeah.
Watch
get harder now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Find who you like. Find who you like. Yeah. There you go. Now I thought about that song because once I've been writing or talking the book, sort of as a bit of a quest of rediscovery, thinking about how all these songs came to being, and I know I wrote the Sticks and Stones book, but this was an opportunity, I think, with the talking book to, use a deeper dive in lots of ways. I think using a human voice makes a bit of a difference. So those of you that have pre-ordered it, thank you very much. If you want to pre-order it, today is the last time you can get, it's the final day that you can order it to get it in time for Christmas. So if you want it, please go to TobyJepsonOfficial.com and there you go. Also, just a reminder, my Busker Cap is open. It is www.paypal.com/me/Jepsongs. If you're feeling generous, I do this for a living, obviously. Press the like button if this is your first time on the show. Press the love button if it is you're a regular. And let us know where you are in the world. Any questions coming through? Anything coming in?
Simon asked what was the best Christmas gig. I think it was for you, and then other people are joining in, sharing their thoughts, and just quite a few people have said about yours and Dave's gig at the TV.
Oh yeah, that was great.
But what was your favourite Christmas gig, either your own or one that you watched?
Well, we used to regularly do every year Christmas gigs with Little Angels. If you remember, we did quite a few. I think on the Jammed on Demand tour, or maybe it was I think it was the Jammed on Demand tour. We did towards Christmas, and we always used to try and get a tour in for Christmas. So quite a lot of the Little Angels times, especially when we were, sort of established and. We were sort of out of the clubs. I mean, some of the clubs were great anyway. I seem to remember we did a sort of, might have done a Christmas gig at the Marquee Club once, I think, or around Christmas, and that was a great, So lots of those gigs, fantastic memories. I remember when we were just called, we think we might have been Mr. Thrud, but we did 2 nights at the Stephen Joseph Theatre in the Round in Scarborough, because we were sort of, really getting going. I mean, it only held 120 people, 120 people. But what was fantastic about it was because it felt really special to us because it was 2 nights, and we'd been in the papers, and I think we may well have done the famous 50 minutes by then. So it was that was a real special night. 2 real special nights, and they were Christmas shows, and so I've got lots of good memories. I mean, when you're in a touring band, Christmas means a lot. Actually, it's a time when a lot of bands try and tour. As you can see at the moment, a lot of bands out. Including seeing the fantastic Almighty last weekend, of course, So yeah, it's there's been quite a few. Anything else? Well, we want to maybe read some questions. No, I mean the actual quiz.
Oh, the quiz.
Quiz questions. So yes, okay, so we'll do a few quiz questions to start with. So if you've got your pen and your paper ready, I haven't got all that many this year. Trying to keep it down to 70 or 80. So we'll see how we get on. Okay, so here we go. Everyone ready? Give me a digital thumbs up. Give me a love heart. Everyone ready? Everyone got the pens ready? So here we go. So this is the Christmas quiz from the Digital Busker 2023. Normally Mr. Kemp would be doing this, but obviously incapacitated at the moment. Lazy, like I say. But anyway, I'll have words with him later. Okay, question 1. Which 2 of Santa's reindeers share names with the meteorological terms? Which 2 of Santa's reindeers share names with meteorological terms? Okay?
We're supposed to put them on the answers now, or write them
No,
down?
write them down. Just write them down on a bit of paper. Don't put them in. Don't put them in the comments. And we'll go through the things at the end. Okay. Question 2. What links Excitable Edgar with Monty the Penguin? Okay. What links Excitable Edgar with Monty the Penguin? Bit cryptic, maybe. If you watch a lot of telly, you might know that. Question 3. Name the fictional character created by Dr. Seuss that stole Christmas. I'll say that again. Name the fictional character created by Dr. Seuss that stole Christmas. I'm saying no more. Question 4. How many different flavours are there in a standard tub of Quality Street? How many different flavours are there in a standard tub of Quality Street? I can hear the hush around the country. As people rush to try and get a tin out. Okay, and we'll just go to question 5 of this. Which pantomime character marries Alice Fitzwarren? Which pantomime character marries Alice Fitzwarren? Okay? Everyone good with that? I'll just read them down really quickly again. Number 1. Which 2 of Santa's reindeers share names with meteorological terms? That's question 1. Question 2. What links Excitable Edgar with Monty the Penguin? Question 3. Name the fictional character created by Dr. Seuss that stole Christmas. Question 4. How many different flavours are there in a standard tub of Quality Street? Question 5. Which pantomime character marries Alice Fitzwarren? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Any more questions before I leap into another track?
Alan asks, do you help with the Christmas cooking?
Alan, I think I'm known around this region as one of the finest cooks known to man, actually, to be fair. It's a well-kept secret. And so people are knocking down our door to come and sample our Christmas dinner, frankly. No, that's a total lie. I'm absolutely rubbish. But I will be making the Christmas... I do like a Christmas pudding, don't I? I do make a Christmas pudding. So Christmas pudding's sort of my height of my culinary skills. I do like that.
You're very good at chopping up vegetables.
I'm very good at chopping up vegetables. That's quite a skill. I don't think it's talked about enough, to be honest, to be fair. I think there's a lot of people derided for chopping up vegetables, and I think I'm good at it. So I thought you will. So, yes, a couple of things to say. Please let us know where you are in the world. We love that. We love that. Press the like button if this is your first Busker show, or hit the love button if this is if you're regular to the kitchen, if you've been here before, if you know what's going on. Like I said earlier on, I've got my spoken word CD out. Like I say, final day today to get it in time for Christmas. Lots of things you're going to get with that. I mean, if you've looked at it and you don't know whether you want to get it or not, you're going to get a free Christmas card signed by moi. Also, a link to download 16 tracks totally for free, which are acoustic and electric versions of Little Angel songs that I've done over the years. And also, we've got a brand new T-shirt designed by Stuart Dilly, which is the same as the artwork for the CD. And also, we've still got the Do You Want a Riot T-shirt available as well on offer. So if that wets your whistle, if that's, takes your fancy, then go and have a look. TobyJepsonOfficial.com. Thank you very much. So there we are. Okay, so I'm going to do this track. I mean, this isn't a Little Angel song, but I love playing this song. I've played it for a while, so I'm going to do it. Understand nuts. I can almost hear you. Okay, questions. Any more questions?
Sarah asks, are there going to be any more Wayward Sons gigs? Because obviously you're doing the run of, what is it,
5 shows, yeah.
Are you going to do any more around the country later on?
I think there's a good chance. We're putting our toe back in the water. I mean, obviously, me and Ket, this time last year, me and Ket were in Australia. We'd gone on our 6-month travel, and so, you know, that was a kind of period of reflection and trying to figure out what to do next. But, you know, yeah, I mean, I love playing with the guys. It just depends what's presented to us. You know, the economics of touring are very difficult at the moment. You may not know that, but it's very tough, you know. So we thought we'd put our toe back in the water, do 5 specific shows, have some fun, get back into the idea of it all, and then see what happens next. But yeah, I mean, you know, we rehearsed a couple of weeks ago, and it was great, you know, hearing those songs again. We were a bit rusty, and of course, you know, we've got to do a bit more rehearsal before the tour. But yeah, it's great, and you know, I think this tour is short enough, but also, you know, kind of complex enough. We've changed the set, and you know, we're going to do some different things with it. So I'm hoping it'll be like a kind of bit of a revitalisation, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, maybe some festivals, that sort of thing, maybe as well, you know.
Di asks, are we happy to be home for Christmas this year?
Yes, I think we are. I mean, one of the sort of things about being away was, obviously you're seeing, you know, we travelled through Asia right up to Christmas, and we got to Darwin last week, this time last year, sort of thing, and it was a kind of, I don't know, everything had been a bit of a culture shock, of course, because, you know, we went into Vietnam and we saw this incredible country and amazing people, but totally different, obviously, from here, you know. So it was a real sort of roller coaster of emotions and all the rest of it. When we got to Australia, it kind of calmed down, and we ended up going to Brisbane for Christmas and New Year, and that's a fantastic city, and it felt very English in lots of ways, but of course you got the sun. But it wasn't an amazing, actually, they weren't having amazing weather. It was still very warm, so we had an unusual Christmas last year. So yeah, I think we're looking forward to this year, get back to some tradition, you know, like, you know, because obviously we're very classy with all this stuff. No? But anyway, yeah, anything else?
Joe asks, what's the best Christmas cracker joke you've ever had? Can you
Crying
remember?
out loud. Goodness me. They're all a bit rubbish, aren't they, though? You know what I mean? I can't remember one. You tell us. You tell us your favourite Christmas cracker joke. That's a good idea. Yeah, along with your favourite. What's your favourite Christmas things, folks? I'd like to know what that is. You know, and your favourite Christmas gigs and that sort of thing. Yeah, Christmas crackers always are a little bit rubbish, aren't they? It's usually a knock-knock joke or something like that. Probably a knock-knock joke, you know. That sort of rubbish. Anyway, anything else?
Stephen asks, any chance of a solo tour anytime soon?
Yeah, looking at that. I mean, I'd like to take this kind of thing, the digital busker, combined with the spoken word stuff I've been doing. You know, the CD that's available now. I want to try and take that perhaps into some gigs, and do a kind of hybrid of, you know, playing the songs probably chronologically type of thing through my career, but talking about the songs and inviting, you know, a bit like a kind of Q&A. I mean, I have done it quite a bit, haven't I? The Q&As from the floor and people asking me questions, but I'd like to kind of advance that a bit and maybe do a bit more like that. And when Dave is, you know, God bless him, when he gets better, and we've been talking about doing some shows in maybe May, that sort of time. I'm just talking to promoters at the moment. So yes, that's a very strong possibility. Anything else?
Any more?
Well, maybe get one more.
Stuart asks, if you could choose one Little Angels song that represented the band, which one would it be?
Tough one. I mean, I talk about this in the book quite a bit, you know, because it was such a kind of very, it's hard to describe it. I mean, that's what the book was all about, trying to dig down into the layers of the feelings that I had surrounding this sort of evolution of the band. And I think we started to hit our stride, and we were never better in lots of ways. I think, not never better, but I think we really hit our stride round about the Big Bad EP period, which was quite early on. But I do think we started to understand how to make records then. And then I think the Don't Pray For Me album was a great record. I'm very proud of it, but it was, in lots of ways, it was a shambolic recording period, that, because we kind of had a period when we were working with Eddie Kramer, which didn't work out at all. Then we had to sort of pick up sticks and go and record in another studio in London, and we kind of didn't have enough money to make the album we wanted to make because we'd lost a lot of it messing around, really. So I think Don't Pray For Me was a kind of, as good as it is, I'm pleased with it, and I think we're all pleased with it. it was after that point, because we had to rescue the situation with Radical You Love It. And I do think Radical, as a recording, is a fantastic single. Even if, you know, we weren't even part of making that. If I heard someone else record that or something, you know, made that record, I think it's a really well-made single. And we did it in 24 hours. So that was the thing, we were really excited about it. So I think maybe Radical You Love is a really great example of it. But I do think Too Much Too Young and Young Gods as well are really big contenders for that. So yeah, that was what was great about the band. We evolved, you know, and we sort of grew into ourselves, I think. Okay, so I'll do another song and then we'll do some more. We'll do a few more questions as well, quiz questions. Just wanted to do this one because we played this in the rehearsals with Big Bad. Sorry, what am I talking about? We played this in rehearsals with Wayward Sons a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it's one of the things that one of my favourite things I've ever written. Joke's on you. Joke's on you. Copper-handed in that cookie jar. Sticky fingers revealing where you are. Never escaping your getaway car. 'Cause the wheels are come off of that bus. But I won't go, no, I won't criticize. You've done enough and now you're up to your eyes, yeah. Joke's on you. Like the joke's on you. Joke's on you. Now you gotta sing it with me. Come on now. Come on, world. Looks like the joke's on. Looks like the joke's on. Looks like the joke's on. Looks like the joke's on you. Oh, what can I do when the joke's on you? Like the joke's on you. Oh, what can I do when the joke's on? It's like the joke's on. It's like the joke's on. It's like the joke's on. It's like the joke's on you. Oh, what can I do when the joke's on you? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, bro. Great fun. So yeah, maybe do some more quiz questions. Okay, pens at the ready. We'll go for the next 5 questions, I think, here. Okay. Are we ready? Ready to go. Here we go. Question 6. In the poem, The Night Before Christmas, visions of what danced in the children's heads? In the poem, The Night Before Christmas, visions of what danced in the children's heads? If you know that famous poem, you may know that. Question 7. Popular in Victorian England at Christmas, what is a smoking bishop? Popular in Victorian England at Christmas, what is a smoking bishop? That's question 7. Question 8. Bob Geldof and Midgeor wrote the song Do They Know It's Christmas in which year? Bob Geldof and Midgeor wrote the song Do They Know It's Christmas in which year? That's question 8. Question 9. Christmas Island, a territory of the Commonwealth of Australia, is located in which ocean? Christmas Island, a territory of the Commonwealth of Australia, is located in which ocean? Good geography for you there. Mix it up, you know what I'm saying? Question 10. Which country was the first to use the tradition of the Christmas tree? Might be a bit of a trick question, that one. Which country was the first to use the tradition of the Christmas tree? That is question 10. I'll just read them quickly again. Question 6. In the poem The Night Before Christmas, visions of what dance in the children's heads? Question 7. Popular in Victorian England at Christmas, what is a smoking bishop? Question 8. Bob Geldof and Midgeor wrote the song Do They Know It's Christmas in which year? Question 9. Christmas Island, a territory of the Commonwealth of Australia, is located in which ocean? And question 10. Which country was the first to use the tradition of the Christmas tree? Okay, halfway through the quiz. Any questions coming there from the ether? Been going on there? Anything exciting?
Well, just to mention, the furthest afield I've seen people is Simon in Toronto.
Fantastic, Simon. Thank you for joining us.
Lanzarote.
Wow.
But we've also got people in Lancashire, Worcestershire, High Wycombe, Harrogate, Leicester.
Amazing.
All around the UK.
Fantastic.
Say hello to Tracy, who's in Exeter Hospital.
Oh, Tracy, how you doing? How you doing?
I don't know if she's working or if she's...
No. Tracy, she sent me a message. I saw a message earlier on. I think Tracy's watching. It's her final visit to hospital in a series of treatments she's been having, and you're watching on your phone, I believe, aren't you? Brilliant. Well done, Tracy. Fantastic.
Dee asks, have you ever had a Christmas mishap?
Well, at several at my mum and dad's house when we were younger, it was always a bit haphazard over Christmas. It was good fun though. I remember when my dad created this candelabra style thing. My dad was a bit of a sort of crafty guy, and he still is, and he made this kind of candle sort of centerpiece for the table. And we sort of had our dinner and all that. It was beautiful. It looked great. And we went to sit in the front room to watch TV, and someone just happened to go through to go and get some chocolates or something, and the table was on fire. It set fire to all of the decorations above the table, so that was a pretty big mishap. Oh yes, we put our turkey outside the back door in a very, very cold December when we were living in Scarborough, and a cat ate it.
No, the cat nibbled a bit of it.
Cat ate it, and I had to kill the cat. Then we had cat for Christmas dinner, which I thought was actually quite delectable, to be honest. So yeah, I didn't really. But yeah, so there's a couple of things like that. And we had, when Evie was little, on I think Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, she swallowed a penny, and we had to rush her up to A&E. And she had to stay in overnight. That was pretty stressful. I've got to say, she was only little. I think she was only sort of 3 or 4 or something. Oh, she was 2. She was 2. So that was quite stressful. But yeah, but you know. So I'm going to do this next one because this is good fun. And before I get into these sort of obvious ones later on, I suppose. And this is really dedicated to my mate, my wingman Dave, who should be here because he's lazy. I know I keep saying it, but he's inconsiderate, to be honest. Yeah, so if anyone else has only just joined us, unfortunately Dave Kemp, joking aside, has been very poorly, and he's had to stay up in Yorkshire, and he's in convalescent mode at the moment. But I know he's watching, so please send him digital love if you can. I know he would love to have been here, and we would love to have had him, of course, you know. But it's just one of those things. We were still hoping it might happen, but it's absolutely impossible, unfortunately. Just a couple of things to remind you of. Busker Cap, www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/JetSongs if you're feeling generous. I do this for a living, as you know, so that would be very helpful if you're feeling generous. Thank you. If you're watching live, please put number 1 in your comment. If you're watching this on catch up, please put a number 2 in your comment. It gives us a good idea of where the spread is and who's watching when and how and all the rest of it. Yeah, and let's send in your questions and all the rest of it. Fantastic. So I'm going to do this one because this is good fun. I'm shadow boxing with myself. Even though it's no good for my health, I got a good right hook, so get me rolling with still boxing shadows on the wall. I'm a shadow totally messed that up. I don't even care. There we are. So yeah, that, I mean, Dave would normally be blasting all over that. You know, so there we are. Any questions, anything there, anything at all coming through?
Sarah asks, which cheese have you got to go with your pork?
Oh, there is only one cheese. And I know that this was quite controversial when it came to me and Dave, because I like a Stilton. I like a blue Stilton. The stronger the better. Dave doesn't like a blue Stilton. So when we were writing the song, there was a fisticuffs at dawn, to be honest. You know, he was brandishing a big piece of cheddar, I was brandishing a piece of blue cheese. I won, so there you go. So yes, that's that. Yeah, anything else at all?
Can you give a shout out to Lee Bourne? He's recovering from dental surgery.
Lee Mundo! Dental surgery, my old son. Well, you better get ready for, get back to normal for your Christmas dinner, kid. You know, that's, you know, just saying. Okay, so, okay, before we do any more questions, we're already on half of them there, so I'm just going to do another song and then we'll do some more. This was a song, I kind of came across this, I mean, it's quite an interesting story. I wrote this as a kind of, I've told this story before, very brief. I wrote it because we needed another B-side for a Little Angel single, and I wrote it in the morning and recorded it the next day. And it's always been a bit of a song that I've always loved. And it's quite a mellow little thing, but I hope you like it. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Everybody should be free. Need an all-time big low. The way we gotta go. It's not the way we're supposed to be. It's not the way we're supposed to act. With calamity on track. Nothing left in reserve to count the curve. It's not the way we're supposed to be. You may say that I'm naive, or dreamer to believe. I've been through the pain. Love is gonna live again. Are you sure we're supposed to be beating others down the tree? Heavy, heavy on the weak. The world's for the meek. That's not the way we're supposed to be. I'm hoping, yeah, I'm trying, but most of the time it's an emotional relying on people and their spirits crushed because they think that no one can hear us. Has the time here been in vain? Homo sapien will drain. Has the time on this rock, love of the clock. That's not the way we're supposed to be. Not the way we're supposed to be. Everybody should be free. Need an all-time big home. The way we gotta go. It's not the way we're supposed to be. Has the time on this earth conquered the birth of the way we're supposed to be? Not a dry house in there, high in the house. Okay, I think maybe some more questions, more quiz questions. Okay, so here we go. We were at question 10. I'm going to put the old bins back on. Pens at the ready. Stand by your beds. Here we go. Question 11. The first Christmas cards, the first crackers and the publishing of A Christmas Carol all happened in the same decade of the 1800s. What decade was it? The first Christmas cards, the first crackers and the publishing of A Christmas Carol all happened in the same decade of the 1800s. What decade? Might be a guess, but give it a go. Question 12. My Brother and I and Turkey Dinner were two Christmas specials of which classic series? Comedy series, British comedy series. My Brother and I and Turkey Dinner were two Christmas specials of which classic comedy series, British comedy series? Question 13. Actress Martine McCutcheon plays a new junior member of the household staff at 10 Downing Street in which Christmas-themed film? And who directed the film? So that again, actress Martine McCutcheon played a new junior member of the household staff of 10 Downing Street in which Christmas-themed film? And who directed the film? You don't get an extra point for that. It's just... question 14. On Boxing Day 1991, what historical regime was formally dissolved? Think about it. On Boxing Day of 1991, that's a crucial bit, what historical regime was formally dissolved? And the final question for this section, question 15. Where did Del and Rodney go on holiday in 1991's Only Fools and Horses Christmas special? Where did Del and Rodney go on holiday in a 1991 Only Fools and Horses Christmas special? So I'll just read those all again quickly. Question 11, the first Christmas cards, the first crackers and the publishing of A Christmas Carol all happened in the same decade of the 1800s. What decade? That's question 11. Question 12, My Brother and I and the Turkey Dinner were two Christmas specials of which classic TV comedy, British comedy show? That's question 12. Question 13, actress Martine McCutcheon plays a new junior member of the household staff of 10 Downing Street in which Christmas-themed film? And who directed the film? That's question 13. Question 14, on Boxing Day 1991, what historical regime was formally dissolved? That's question 14. And finally, question 15, where did Del and Rodney go on holiday in a 1991 Only Fools and Horses Christmas special? Okay, and a quick question before I commence.
Well, I'm going to give you some Christmas questions.
Oh, go on then, go on.
Caroline said, do you prefer your Christmas pudding with custard or brandy sauce?
Neither. I'm a cream man, I'm afraid.
Andrew asked your favourite Christmas movie.
Oh goodness me! Now you've got a flipping. That's just put the cat into the hen house. Oh God, you can't put me on the spot like this. It's terrible. I think probably in my top 10 would be Die Hard, which I know is a controversial.
Don't ask the top 10. Just ask your favourite.
In me top 10. I can't just answer that with one answer. It's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, I could go on forever. It's a Wonderful Life, probably, actually. It's a fantastic movie. But Die Hard, Elf. I love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacations. It's absolutely superb, you know. But I am a massive stickler, and absolutely my favourite story of all time is A Christmas Carol, the Dickens, and there's been Dickens story, obviously, many, many versions of that. But I love the Muppet version. The Muppet Christmas Carol's fantastic. One of the best versions. Incredible. So yeah, there you go.
And Helen asks, what's your favourite board game to play at Christmas?
Well, not that we particularly play them, but I do like Monopoly actually. We used to play that a lot when we were children. I like a bit of Scrabble. I don't mind a bit of Scrabble either. I quite like a board game, but it's a shame, isn't it? Because they're not sort of something that people really do anymore. We've got loads of them on a shelf at there. I think they're gathering about an inch of dust on top of them. So, you know, yeah, but I do like a board game, but there we are. Anything else?
There's quite a few, but Dave is a newbie. He said, why is some of the display mirrored and some isn't?
Ah, well, that's because when I'm doing it from my phone, it flips the image, and so I had this is for initiation here, Dave. I had the banner made, so that actually is backwards. It's printed backwards, so it shows forward, and of course the clock. When we were doing this in the lockdown period, it became a bit of a thing. But the fact everyone noticed that the clock was going backwards, that's because it's mirrored through Facebook, sort of thing. So yeah, so you know, some of these things like you know, with my name, I've flipped the images, I flipped the letters over so it reads correctly and stuff like that. But you know, most of this is kind of you're seeing it backwards. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Phil asks, what's the weirdest place you've ever been inspired to write a song?
Weirdest place?
Or that you've had a song come to you, like?
Well, it happens quite a lot on the toilet, and I don't want to give too much away, but that has happened a few times, because I think what happens is, and I talk about this in the talking book actually. There's a bit of a section about this sort of stuff, about inspiration, you know, and when you're trying to write a song, that's the problem. You're trying to write a song. So often you write stuff or things come to you, you're inspired in your absent moments, when you're waking up or when you're going to the loo or you wander away or you go for a walk, you know, and you're not even thinking about it. So whenever I've kind of I've never really had writer's block, but whenever I've got sort of frustrated about a song or I can't come up with something, I just put the guitar down and I walk away, and that's when you start to have ideas. I wrote The Bones of Too Much Too Young in a porter cabin backstage at one of the big gigs that we did with ZZ Top and Bryan Adams, and I was very inspired by working with Bryan again, sort of thing, because we sort of got to know Bryan a bit. So that's pretty unusual. But I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of the time I set aside time to write songs, and it sort of happens over a period of time, usually sort of in my writing room. There we go.
Along the same lines,
Yes.
Like Leslie said, are there any songs that you wish you'd written?
What, of other people's?
Yeah.
So many. Oh goodness me, most of the Beatles, most of the Beach Boys. Goodness me, it's hard to say. God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I think I mentioned this before. I think that's one of the greatest songs ever written. A Day in a Life by the Beatles. There's so many. I mean, I'm a massive fan of other songwriters, because, you know, inevitably you have, every songwriter is a kind of bit of a, you think you're a kind of imposter. The imposter syndrome thing's pretty strong. But I appreciate, you know, when I hear a great song, I don't care who's written it. It makes no odds to me at all. It's just the beauty of the song and the message and the ability of that writer to convey that idea is an extraordinary gift, you know. And there's lots of people who can do it really, really brilliantly well. So the list is endless. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of which, we'll get back to probably one of my most famous songs. And I know I played this quite a lot, but I thought it sort of suits the period. It's Christmas, and we're maybe sort of reflecting a little bit. So I'll do this. pray. Don't pray for me. To wind up sleeping in an empty room, find the wine to spend a cheap perfume, just makes me think of our yesterdays. Hot in a city with another man, done all the crime that a grown man can. Inside the city, that it's raining. I'm known as fool, I've got my pride. Sing along out there. I ain't gonna cry, baby. Not even gonna think it over. I'm gonna crawl just to waste of my time. I ain't gonna cry, baby. Just another thing to you. And you're the kind. Do you share your bed with him like you did with me? Sure, it's a shame, but it's no tragedy. I'm not the first, and he won't be the last. So I'm bagging up my heart and my suitcase. I'm gonna get straight right to a new home place and start again. A much wiser man. I'm known as fool, I've got my pride. Come on, Tim, I can hear you. Now I'm gonna cry, baby. I'm even gonna think it over. I'm gonna crawl just to waste of my time. I'm gonna cry, baby. Just another thing to you. And you're the kind. Another thing to you. And you're the kind. Another thing to you. Just another thing to just another thing There you go. Any other questions?
That's brought on the inevitable question about a Little Angels tour
Oh.
from Richard Greening.
Hi, Richard. Well, you know, never say never. I mean, I went to see the Almighty. Well, we went to see the Almighty, me and Kat, last weekend, and you know, it brought back a lot of great memories. We went to see it at the Town and Country Club in, well, what I call the Town and Country Club, now the Forum, in Kentish Town, and that's of course a venue that we played many times, headlined a few times, and it was very emotional actually, seeing that space and seeing those guys on that stage rocking out and having a great time. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to do it, but there, you know, there's a lots of things that you have to put in you know, in order to kind of get that working. And I don't think we're quite there yet for a number of reasons, which, you know, I don't really want to just talk about. But you know, I think there is a desire there for us all to do it, and we'd like to. It's just getting the ducks in a row, that sort of thing. You know, it's not as easy as you think. But yeah, I think the desire's there. Anything else?
Right, we've got Scott in Texas,
Oh!
but Sonia in Adelaide is the furthest away.
All right, Adelaide. Good on you. Thanks, Scott. Brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, great. Well, we've gone global. We've gone global.
And Joe said, speaking of Adelaide, what was our best and worst experience whilst we were away travelling? I'll let you answer that.
There were so many great experiences. I mean, just extraordinary thing to do, you know. We looked out in a lot of ways because we planned all of the places we were going to stay before we set off, which I think was a really good idea. That was Ket insisting on that, and it was the right thing to do. So by and large, every place that we went to was a real success, you know. I can't really think of any real disasters. I mean, Singapore was a bit of an odd one, an unusual place, and we didn't stay in a great place. That was one of the few hotels or places we'd stayed that was a bit. We came back. We'd only been there about a couple of hours. We'd gone out. We came back, and the whole place absolutely stank like the sewers, and there was flies in the room and everything. That was a bit pretty horrible. And we had a couple of like other dodgy places. We had a really rubbish motel in southern Australia somewhere, which wasn't fantastic. But it wasn't like it was a total disaster. And that was the thing, when you sort of start to travel, that's what you do. You're traveling. You're not on a holiday. You're traveling, you know. So you take the rough with the smooth. We experienced 2 earthquakes in New Zealand, which was quite extraordinary. And there was some incredible weather. I mean, when we landed in New Zealand, we landed 2 days after the great big cyclone that had hit that region. And so we landed in Auckland, and it was absolutely washed out. You know, it was incredible, really. They were in recovery. And that continued as we went around the globe. We sort of chased the weather around the globe, because when we got to, funny enough, I know there's someone watching in Toronto, when we got to Canada, they'd had an ice storm the week before, and where was it now? Was it Montreal? Montreal, it had been devastated by the ice storm, and all the trees had collapsed, and the place was in absolute uproar, you know. So it was that was quite difficult. And the same in America, when we were in California. They experienced the coldest winter they'd had for years, you know, so there was a lot of snow around. It wasn't the California or the LA that I knew, or we knew, you know, it wasn't a lot of sun around. So kind of quite a lot of weather-based problems. But you take that. You take the rough with the smooth sort of thing, so yeah. Anything else?
Lots, but Stephen said, could you say hi to Sophia, his 9-year-old daughter?
Hi Sophia, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Make sure your dad buys you all the things you want. If he doesn't, then you can send me a letter and I'll get the boys around.
Charlie said, thank you for your efforts in lockdown. Was there anything you would do differently?
No, nothing at all. I mean, it was like seat of the pants, you know. I was bored, you know, needed to do something, you know, had my guitar, had the phone. I mean, it's amazing technology, isn't it? I mean, I think we decry, and I decry it, we all decry social media, but let's praise it for a moment. If we hadn't have had social media through that period, I think everyone would have gone completely bonkers. You know, at least we were able to keep in touch, and I could do something like this, and it was only a small token, and it helped me as much as it probably helped you, you know, so I wouldn't do anything different. It was great fun to do it, and I think, upon reflection, it really helped me to reconnect with a lot of music, not just my own music, but you know, lots of records I listened to, and you know, but with the Little Angels stuff, I hadn't listened to Little Angels albums. I talk about this in the Talking Book, you know, the spoken word, the Little Angels Years thing. There's a section about that, how, you know, it forced me to re-examine the music. I put on the albums and listened to them the first time probably for 20 years, properly listened to them, you know, worked out the chords and started to realise that actually we did make some good records, you know, so there's lots of really great positive things, you know, yeah, so, you know, it was, I wouldn't do anything differently at all, so there we are.
One more quick
Okay,
one.
go on then.
Andy says, what's your worst ever Christmas present?
Well, I remember when I was a young aspiring musician, and this is nothing, and my dad might watch this afterwards, so this is, Dad, there's nothing about this, it's fine, okay, it's fine. But I remember one particular Christmas, I was desperate for some music stuff, and I wanted, my mum and dad were amazing. They bought me my first guitar, my first amplifier, books about it, and all the rest of it. But I remember one particular Christmas, I think I was expecting some records, and I got a pair of maroon chords. Yeah. And I think I maybe wore them once, or something. That's the only thing I can kind of remember. Not, I mean, they were Levi's and they were fancy, but they were maroon. So, but it was kind of the beginning of the 80s, I guess. Not that that's an excuse. But there we go. That's about all I can remember, really. But, okay, so I'm going to do this because this is good fun, and this is Little Angels. good times getting on. Okay, final questions. And I'll do one more song, and then we'll do the question answers, and then I'll do one more song. Where are my glasses? Whew, I'm out of breath now. Okay, so we're on the final questions of the quiz. Here we go. Question 16. Which famous writer wrote the first ever King's Christmas message? It was for George V in 1932. Take a guess. Which famous writer wrote the first ever King's Christmas message? It was for George V in 1932. Question 17. The 2013 fantasy film Frozen was inspired by which Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale? The 2013 film Frozen was inspired by which Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale? Question 18. According to UK tradition, Christmas decorations should come down on which date in January? Now, I didn't know this. According to the UK tradition, Christmas decorations should come down on which date in January? Question 19. In the 2011 animated film Arthur's Christmas, Santa's high-tech ship had failed to deliver one girl's present. What sort of present was it? You know, if you've got kids, you'll know this. In the 2011 animated film Arthur Christmas, Santa's high-tech ship failed to deliver a one girl's present. What sort of present was it? And question 20, how many ghosts appear in a Christmas carol? How many ghosts appear in a Christmas carol? Okay, I hope you've got all those. So we'll do the answers to those in a minute. I'm going to get crack right on with a couple more tunes. That's what we're here for, really, to sing some songs. So this one inevitably, I think we're going to do. Stand in the shadows, we hold out. Okay, I'll have a couple more questions and I'll do the quiz questions, but just a reminder, my Busker cap is open if you're feeling generous. www.paypal.com/PayPalme/JepSongs. Please press the like button if this is your first. This all helps, as you see, to figure out where our audience is. Like button if this is your first Busker show, and the love button if you're regular to this. And please press the number 1 or put a number 1 in your comments if if you're watching this live, and if you're watching it on catch up, number 2 would be brilliant. And my website is tobyjepsonofficial.com, and like I say, tonight at midnight we're taking off. Well, not taking off sale, but it's the last chance you get to buy the spoken word, The Angel's Years talking book to get it in time for Christmas. So that's midnight tonight. To get it for Christmas. So if you fancy that, go to tobyjepsonofficial.com and it's all there. And like I say, a whole range of things, a Christmas card, 16 tracks to download, totally free. There's some t-shirts there, etc. So I'm really chuffed with it all. I'm really happy that I've done it and I really hope you like it. Okay, a couple of questions, final questions from the floor.
Stuart asks, what's your favourite Christmas song?
Oh, good one, that. I really like Jonah Louie, Stop the Cavalry. I think we talked about this probably a couple of Christmases ago. It still remains one of my absolute favourite. But I really love Paul McCartney's Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time as well. I like that sort of period. It really reminds me of being, a young person. I think I was probably about 12 or something, 11 or 12. So those two, and the Jonah Louie one was not designated a Christmas song, but he made that record, and then the record label thought it was a fantastic song, and they just added some sleigh bells to it to give it a Christmas feel. So there you go.
Charlie asks, which is your favourite Toby Jepson t-shirt from the recent years?
Oh, goodness me. Well, we've had some great ones. I know there's been loads of them, but I think they always look so great. Stuart Dilley is such a fantastic designer. So I think any of the Stuart Dilley ones, I specifically really love the Do We Want a Riot t-shirt. That's the last one that we had at Venno. I know there was a bit of a mess up with that from the printing company, and a lot of you got a t-shirt. But I think that image is brilliant. So if you check that out, that's on the website. But they've all been fantastic. I think the Don't Pray for Me one was really great. The lyric t-shirts that we did. Some cool ones. I tried to make some real effort to get the images as good as possible, and and change it up every time, sort of thing. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think we ought to just do the answers to the quiz. We'll do these really quickly, and I've got a final song to play before we wish everyone a happy Christmas and all that sort of stuff. Let me just get rid of these things a moment. I've got them all over the place. And I might have to keep my glasses on because I can't remember the bloody words to this last one. But anyway, so here we go. Let's go through the questions. So here we go. So this is just for fun, really. So let's see what you think. See how many you got of these. So here we go. So question 1. Which 2 of Santa's reindeers shared names with meteorological terms? The answer is Donner and Blitzen. The names mean thunder and lightning in German. So that's question 1. Answer to question 1. Answer to question 2. What links Excitable Edgar with Monty the Penguin? It is John Lewis Christmas adverts. Okay, who knew? Well, you probably did. Question 3, the answer to that. Name the fictional character created by Dr. Seuss that stole Christmas. It is, of course, the Grinch. From How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's a children's book, obviously. And of course, I've got the t-shirt on. Question 4, answer. How many different flavours are there in a standard tub of Quality Street? What do you reckon? What were you thinking? Well, there are 12. No, I didn't know that. There are 12. Loads of them. Answer to question 5. Which pantomime character marries Alice Fitzwarren? This is, of course, Dick Whittington. Question 6. In the poem A Night Before Christmas, visions of what dance in children's heads? It is, of course, Sugar Plums. Brilliant, brilliant poem. Answer to question 7. Popular in Victorian England at Christmas, what is a smoking bishop? I didn't know this. It is a type of mulled wine. Yeah.
I thought it was a cheese.
No, a type of mulled wine. That's stinking bishop. You're getting it mixed up. Question 8. The answer to question 8. Bob Geldof, Midjaw wrote the song Do They Know It's Christmas? In which year? It was, of course, 1984. Very pivotal. Answer to question 9. Christmas Island, a territory of the Commonwealth of Australia, is located in which ocean? It is, of course, the Indian Ocean. Yes, bit of geography there. Answer to question 10. Which country was the first to use the tradition of the Christmas tree? Germany! There you go. 11. Answer to question 11. The first Christmas cards, the first crackers, and the publishing of A Christmas Carol, my favourite story of all time, all happened in the same decade of the 1800s. Which decade was it? It was the 1840s. Yes, right, slap bang in the middle. Very, very progressive period. Answer to question 12. My Brother and I and Turkey Dinner were 2 Christmas specials of which classic series? Classic TV comedy series. Dad's Army. Yeah, brilliant. Pat yourself on the back if you got that. Answer to question 13. Actress Martin McCutcheon plays a new junior member of the household staff at 10 Downing Street in which Christmas-themed film, and who directed the film? It was, of course, Love Actually, and Richard Curtis was the director, and I think he's got a new Christmas film out at the moment, funny enough. Answer to question 14. On Boxing Day 1991, what historical regime was formally dissolved? It was the Soviet Union. I remember that very well indeed. Question 15, answer. Where did Del and Rodney go on holiday in the 1991 Only Fools and Horses Christmas special? It was, of course, Miami in Florida. Brilliant episode, that. Answer to question 16. Which famous writer wrote the first ever King's Christmas message for George V in 1932? Amazingly, it was Rudyard Kipling. Can you believe that? Fantastic. Okay, question 17. Answer to question 17. The 2013 fantasy film Frozen was inspired by which Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale? It was, of course, The Snow Queen. Question 18. According to the UK tradition, Christmas decorations should come down on which date in January? Now, I did not know this. Which date do you think? It's the 5th of January. I never knew that. Ours are long gone by then. Answer to question 19. In the 2011 animated film Arthur Christmas, Santa's high-tech ship had failed to deliver one girl's present. What sort of present was it? Now, you'll know this if you're a parent and you've got little kids. It was a bike. Yes. And the final answer to question 20. How many ghosts appear in A Christmas Carol? How many? It's a bit of a trick question. It is, of course, 4. There we go. There we go. That is my Christmas quiz. This is Digital Bus Christmas quiz. So we've only got one thing that remains to be said. I think we may got to bring oh yes, of course. This may give you a little bit of a clue. There we are. There we are. Thank you so much. There's a little bit of port there. So Dave, cheers to you, my old son. Wish you were here. Everyone send some love to Dave. I hope you're all raising your glasses. I'm gonna a little sip there. Now I had to ring Dave a couple of days ago. I'm gonna have to keep my glasses on because I've got to read the words because I've forgotten what they are. Well, I haven't forgotten them, but it's best if I sort of know what's going on, isn't it? So we've not. Last couple of times I've used my speakers and we've used the backing track, but I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to keep it a bit more mellow. So if you want to sing along, you're more than welcome. And this is, you know, Dave isn't here, but he's here in spirit. Welcome to Christmas, another year done. We'll be glad when it's over. But what a bundle of fun. In a world full of troubles, and I ask you to try. Don't let this Christmas pass you by. Easy the cynic, yeah. Dismiss all to come. All got our limits, yes I know we have. You can count me as one. much. Have a fantastic Christmas. I'll see you around the block. Indulge yourselves, have a great time. It's been a tough year, I know, for a lot of people. Have a great time. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, you can get the talking book, my spoken word book, The Angel's Years, up until midnight tonight, if you want to get it in time for Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us. Much appreciated. My assistant, my gorgeous assistant. Now turn this on. Thank you so much.